Hello and thank you for joining us on ERi-TV. This is English news broadcast at exactly 10:30 p.m. live from Asmara, and I am Salim Brahana. First, the top stories. National Potato Conference in Asmara. Modern medical equipment in ERi Hospital. Britain's stress face World Week after Queen funeral. Maritime gas dispute risks conflict between Lebanon and Israel. Local news. National Potato Conference commenced today, 21st September, at Asmara Palace under the theme One Vision and Harmonized Work for Sustainable Potato Seed Supply. At the conference that will be held for 2 days, 11 international organizations are attending, including International Potato Center, Agricultural Research Institute in Central and Horn of Africa, Irish Potato Research and Breeding Institute, Irish Food and Agriculture Development Authority, National Agricultural Research Institute of Tanzania, Self-Help Africa, and VITA. Speaking at the occasion, Mr. Tsagay Berhane, Director of Halhala National Agricultural Research Center, said that the objective of the conference, the first of its kind, is to share Eritrea's experience in breeding improved potato seeds and to initiate select potato seeds that have not yet been introduced, as well as to gain knowledge from experiences of partners and other countries. At the conference, research papers focusing on agricultural sector in general and the significant progress and genre of potato in particular, potato pests and means of controlling, breeding of potato in laboratory, strategy and experience of Irish Potato Research and Breeding Institute, as well as influence and challenges of potato seeds in small-scale agriculture in Kenya and Horn of Africa region were presented. The modern medical equipment put in place in ERi Hospital, as well as supply of medicines, is significantly contributing in the praiseworthy health service provision to the public. Dr. Tsagazab Kiflezgi, Medical Director of the hospital, indicated that the modern medical equipment put in place in the hospital include machines for diagnosis of various internal disease, infant incubators, as well as anesthesia. Dr. Tsagaza further noted that compared to that of last year, pregnant mother delivering at the hospital has increased from 25 to 92%, surgical service from 7 to 12%, prenatal treatment from 58 to 84%, health service treatment for incoming patients from 47 to over 50%, and vaccination coverage has increased by 100%. Mr. Kasete Gabrihiwet, head of radiology at the hospital, also said that the modern medical equipment put in place in the hospital, patients have become beneficiaries of health service in their areas instead of traveling long distance as far as Asmara. ERi Hospital provides health service to residents of the subzones of ERi, San'afe, Mai'aini, Tsorona, Foro, and part of Saganeti subzones. At a meeting organized in Mai'aini subzone in connection with the beginning of 2022 and 2023 academic year, call was made for integrated effort to develop the teaching-learning process. Extensive discussion was also conducted with aimed at strengthening the relationship between students, parents, and teachers, support to teachers, as well as on the importance of cultural and sport activities alongside the regular education. Mr. Ta'ame Fitwi, head of education office in the subzone, also called for integrated effort on the part of parents, school communities, as well as partners to develop competitiveness among students. Speaking at the occasion, Mr. Ahmed Usman Furuj, administrator of the subzone, called for identifying the shortcomings of the students and carried out integrated effort to address them. Announcement from the Ministry of Health. 2 patients have been diagnosed positive for COVID-19 in tests carried out today at testing station in the central region. Accordingly, the total number of confirmed cases in the country to date has risen to 10,168. The total number of recovered patients stands at 10,058, while the number of deaths stands at 103. Ministry of Health, Asmara, 21st September 2022. Following a short break, we'll be back with international news. Please stay tuned. British politics returns to center stage on Tuesday after the funeral of Queen Elizabeth, with Prime Minister Liz Truss signaling her priorities by flying to her first major summit and rushing out measures to try to avert an economic slump. Since the Queen's death on September 8, politics, or at least the discussion of its ins and outs, has been on pause for a period of national mourning out of respect for the monarch who reigned for 70 years. The timing of the political pause was frustrating for some of government coming after a 2-month leadership campaign and when Britain risks falling into a lengthy recession and faces an energy crisis that threatens the finance of millions. But it has, according to source, allowed some of Truss's ministers time to get established in their new departments and fine-tune their policies. It just makes for a busy week ahead. New policies will be crammed in during the few days at the end of the week in Parliament, which government hopes will sit for an additional day on Friday before breaking up for the annual Reason of Party conference. They will include a support package to help business cope with rising energy prices. A statement on possibly cutting waiting times for treatment at Britain's state-run National Health Service and much promised tax cut to try to spur the growth. Karish is a relatively small, untapped gas field in the eastern Mediterranean Sea. But its location between Israel and Lebanon means that it could lead to a new conflict between the two neighbors. While Lebanon's President Michel Aoun said on Monday that United States brokered negotiation over the explosion of Karish has reached to final stage, Israel is expected to begin preliminary work on Tuesday to start extracting gas. A move that Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah called a red line on Saturday. For its part, Israel's defense minister Benny Gantz has said if Hezbollah harmed an offshore rig in Karish, the price will be Lebanon. The two countries have a history of conflict, most notably when Israel invaded Lebanon in 1982 during the last civil war, as well as the 2006 Lebanon War. Many fear that the dispute over where exactly the maritime border crosses Karish could unintentionally ignite a new fight. However, it appears as though the current tension may be more about appearance than actual preparation for war. And now a quick review of the top stories. National Potato Conference in Asmara. Modern medical equipment in ERi-TV hospital. Britain's Truss faces whirlwind week after Queen funeral. Maritime gas dispute risks conflict between Lebanon and Israel. That's all with the news for tonight. Thank you for being with us.